let Brother Manning know that we love him, we respect him, we will not forget him, and we're part of the same movement trying to tell the truth and promote justice that he is. Let the word go forth. Sister Emma, Sister Mara, Nathan, my God, Chris Hedges, he and I have been at it for decades now. We drove down early this morning. We're going back as soon as we finish, back to New Jersey, just as we did the first day of the Manning trial. Got up 3 o'clock in the morning, didn't we? Picked him up at his crib and we were on our way. Do the same thing we're doing now. It has everything to do with the fundamental questions that the great W.B. Du Bois raised when he was 89 years old. At the very end of his life, he said, these are the queries I've been wrestling with. The first one is, how does integrity face oppression? He says, how does honesty face deception? How does decency face insult? How shall virtue face brute force? This is in his novel. It's called The Ordeal of Manzar, 1957. He was born 1868. 89 years he's wrestling with these queries. 6 years before he began that trilogy, those 3 novels, he was in court, handcuffed, February 1951 for what? Aiding the enemy. The great W.E.B. Du Bois, aiding the enemy. No, he said, I'm wrestling with how can I preserve integrity, decency, honesty, a sense of virtue in such a cold and cruel world ruled by indifferent oligarchs and plutocrats who will go to any and any means for their gain, for their profit in the face of precious human beings, no matter what color, no matter what country, no matter what sexual orientation, or no matter what civilization. Oh, yeah, that's the tradition that we're talking about. That's why I'm glad to be in the Quaker house. Oh, yeah, I'm glad to be in the Quaker house. Those are my vanilla brothers and sisters. Even given whatever imperfections they said, our life is going to be an exemplar, bearing some witness and tell us some truth. And the condition of truth is always to allow suffering to speak. And if you're not allowing suffering to speak, no matter what corner of the globe or neighborhood, then somehow you got a truncated conception of veracity. That's why I call Brother Bradley Manning, as I do Brother Edward Snowden. Oh, they are the John Browns. Yeah. National security state and regiments in the face of a massive surveillance state that represses. They want to exemplify some kind of integrity, decency, honesty, virtue. Is not just an ideological or political question. It has to do with what kind of human being you're going to choose to be before the world gets you. That's the question that Brother Manning is wrestling with. Can you imagine at 19 years old, in the military, the level of courage, fortitude, determination it takes to expose and uncover the crimes, the lies, the treachery, the chicanery of the U.S. government as it tells the world that we are the grand examples of liberty. Oh, yes. The man is no ordinary brother, but in many ways he's an extension of us at our best. And not just us, an extension of the brothers and sisters in Latin America, in Pakistan, in Yemen, in Somalia, in New York, in Chicago. Somebody who's willing to straighten their backs up. And anytime even one courageous person straightens their backs up, folk are going somewhere because the oligarchs can't ride your back unless it's bent. So long we have so many bent backs, like our congressmen and women, like our president.
All right.
Like our vice president, like our secretary of state and secretary of defense. A lot of people accuse me and Brother Chris, oh, you're all obsessed with criticizing the president. No, not at all. We're trying to tell the truth. Wherever it falls, let it fall.
Right.
Whose side are you on? Look at the world through the lens of those transphenomenal called the wretched of the earth. The voice that I want to raise the issue of looking at the world through the angle of vision that has something to do with people who've been terrorized and traumatized and stigmatized for over 400 years. It may begin on the chocolate side of town. It may begin with 244 years of slavery when it was U.S. law. So for black humanity to assert ourselves as human beings, we had to break the law and reveal the hypocrisy of a nation that was free to be free and be us free in your law. People, it's poor people across the board, it's working people who had organized and sacrificed and lived and died just to ensure some slice of dignity, some slice of self-determination. Has to do with sisters of all colors and this vicious patriarchy. Has to do with our precious Jewish brothers and sisters and vicious anti-Semitism. It has to do with our precious Islamic and Arabic brothers and sisters with vicious forms of demonizing Islam and demonizing their sense of what it is to be human beings with religious sensibility. Oh, yes. Brothers and lesbians, sisters, bisexuals and transgender. That's just not PC chit-chat. That struggle on the ground with a moral substance and a spiritual contact. That's precisely why Bradley Manning is so crucial. It's against the backdrop of the Supreme Court gutting the Voting Rights Act. It's against the backdrop of Brother Trayvon Martin that wants to take us back to a Dred Scott mentality where black people have no right to even be respected, their lives to be lived. A dead black brother, no value even for a guilty Zimmerman. But you can't talk about Trayvon Martin unless you talk about Abdullah, the brother who was killed by a U.S. drone. There's a connection between George Zimmerman in Florida and U.S. drones dropping bombs on innocent, precious human beings. Concerned about innocent folk everywhere. Everywhere. That's the crucial thing. It could be innocent brothers and sisters in Tel Aviv, even given the vicious Israeli occupation. Jewish brothers and sisters in Tel Aviv still have oppression, and their innocent children ought not to be killed, even as they are set up to eliminate the occupation and allow their precious Palestinian brothers and sisters to live lives of dignity and self-determination. We have to be